Now you'll notice that we have changed some major parameters. We've changed the actual handler for the horse, and we've changed the surface of the simulated float. So Bridget has done part A. She's walked the horse through in both directions, and now she's on to part B, which is to halt. So this is changing parameters number 2. Changing of handler is actually a giant parameter. Some horses cope with it well. If the new handler uses the same cues and is able to read the horse, there's usually no problem at all. Now Bridget is asking the horse to halt. Click and treat. Walks forward to change directions. Smokey's having a good old run around behind there. You can see that Boots can hear him running around, and Bridget wisely didn't ask her to halt, but just let her walk on through. And she asks her to halt now. She does, but she's not exactly relaxed. Bridget asks her to halt again. Click and treat. She could have chosen to let her walk through again, but she asked her to halt, and she did, so that was good. Now she's asking her to go back just one step. Click and treat. Back another step. Click and treat. It's one step at a time business. And then she asks her to come one step forward. Click and treat. See how responsive Boots is, even with all the turmoil going on around behind her, and even with a new handler. Bridget doesn't handle her very often, so it's quite a big change for her. Walk into the trailer, click and treat. This is the sort of time it takes. It's nothing that you should rush, nothing you should take shortcuts with. And she vibrates the rope to ask the horse to back a couple of steps. Click and treat. She asks her to come forward a couple of steps. I think she's targeting the bottle there, so Bridget just gave her a moment. Runs her fingers down the rope. Forward 2 steps. Click and treat. A little bit of dwell time. And then a bit of vibration on the rope to ask her to come back. And back out of the trailer. Click and treat. She's thinking, should I target that red barrel and that stick and string? And Bridget says, no, let's just do this. Walks her right through so she can change direction. Asks for a halt. Click and treat. Boots is wondering if she should target that barrel. But Bridget says it's not really what we're doing. And she just vibrates the rope a little bit, asks the horse to back out. Click and treat. Now we've changed some more parameters. We have put 2 rails down, one on either end. And the first thing, part A, is to walk the horse through in both directions. Part B, ask the horse to halt in the trailer simulation. She's busy eating a piece of the rail there. Our rails seem to get smaller every time we look at them as the horses gradually eat away on it. They're not tantalized, so they probably taste okay. Walk right in, halt, click and treat. And she runs her fingers very gently down that rope to find some point of contact that the horse responds to. Smokey's still causing a bit of turmoil in behind there, so she takes some dwell time. and then gets Boots' attention back on the job. Walk right into the trailer simulation. And you can see how Boots' attention is quite taken up with what Smokey's doing behind there, but she's still responding positively. Now just a vibration on the rope to ask her to back up. Remember, this time she has to back over that rail. You can see the rail moving as she pulls her feet over it. And back a couple more steps, and back. The whole move back doesn't have to be done at once, as Bridget is demonstrating clearly here. You can back out of the trailer one step at a time, no problem at all. And walk in and right through. Change directions. Forward into the trailer. Click and treat for the halt. Bridget's moving forward with her as if she was in a 2-horse trailer walking into the trailer with the horse. And back all the way out, click and treat. See how smoothly she runs her fingers down that rope to get the minimum point of contact the horse needs for the cue. Halt. One step forward, click and treat. Just going to ask her for one step back, just vibrating the rope lightly, and click and treat. So she's on to part D now. Inside the trailer, asking for one step forward and one step back. Boots is saying if there's something she should be targeting. Bridget just waits and says, no, let's just walk on out. Change direction. Halt. Click and treat. Come forward, one step, click and treat. Come back, over the rail, click and treat. She'll be clicking the same instant as she releases. Now we've changed the parameter again. You see the big yellow barrel at the front? We've blocked off the front of the simulation so that it becomes a one-way only thing. And you notice she's reluctant to go in. So Bridget takes it very, very slowly and gives her a click and treat for going part way in like she has. Then she goes back to what would be the ramp in the trailer and just vibrates the rope gently to bring the horse back out. And a click and treat for coming out. And then just to take the pressure off the whole situation, she takes her way. You notice that Bridget has picked up her body extension as well, so she can make her cue clearer if she needs to. She puts the horse into good position and asks her to go in. And she goes in about the same distance as before. Bridget gives her a click and a treat. Now she has two choices. She can ask her out again, or she can very gently ask her to go in another step. So she taps just behind the withers like in the bingo game, and Boots takes a step forward, click and treat. And she has the same choice again. She could now ask Boots to come out, or she could ask her to take another step forward. If you look at the simulation, then she still has one foot on the ramp, so to speak. And there she picks that foot up, and she'd be completely in the trailer and gets a click and a treat. Then Bridget moves to where she would be at the ramp again and asks the horse out by just gently vibrating the rope. She might be asking her to back out verbally as well, I can't remember. And a click and a treat for coming out so nicely. And you want to stay with this little exercise till the horse is really, really cool and calm about doing it and can step fully in each time. You can can see she's still got one foot a little bit out there. Gets a click and a treat. And you probably repeat it a few more times, and I would do this over multiple sessions until the horse just says, oh yeah, we're doing that again, and is totally cool, calm and collected about it.